In ancient China, poets and scholars didn't just observe nature, they wove it into the very fabric of their writing. Birds, in particular, appear throughout classical literature as symbolic, spiritual, and ever-present companions to human life. Among them, the swallow holds a special place. In ancient texts of China, the term swallow consistently refers to the barn swallow, a migratory bird that graces the skies of China each summer. During the Huangchu period, Tao Pi, who would later ascend as Emperor Wen of Wei, wrote of their movements in Widow's poem, capturing their return with the line, "The returning swallows soar and hover." In Yan Ge Xing, he wrote, "The flocks of swallows bid farewell, and the swans soar southward," a poetic farewell to summer. Their graceful flight, forked tails and seasonal rhythms became metaphors for beauty, change, and the passage of time. The Book of Songs contains similar imagery, emphasizing the natural elegance of the swallow's tail feathers. Chu Yuan, a poet from the Warring States period, referenced swallows nesting in human dwellings, illustrating the close bond between people and birds. Even in Tao Zhe's poem on prawns and eels, the playful energy of swallows and sparrows play among the thorns captures their light, dynamic presence. But the swallow's presence in Chinese literature wasn't just poetic, it was also ecological. Their nesting habits, especially their preference for building fragile mud nests on human structures, make them an important species for understanding avian behavior in built environments. The eagle also held symbolic power in Chinese culture. Archaeological finds, such as those from the tomb of Queen Fuha of the Shang dynasty, depict this formidable bird. In ancient texts like the Book of Songs, the eagle is used metaphorically to represent strength and military prowess, as the Grand Master Shang Fu was like an eagle on the wing. Historical accounts even document institutions during the Han dynasty dedicated to breeding eagles for imperial use. Given their stark differences, one small and domestic, the other large and fierce, it's no wonder that a particular event recorded in several ancient texts raised eyebrows and stirred the imagination. According to Chen Shou's records of the Three Kingdoms, during the reign of Emperor Wen of Wei, an extraordinary incident occurred. Quote, "During the Huangchu period, a portentous event was witnessed within the palace, where an aberrant species of bird was reared within a swallow's nest, distinguished by its red beak, claws, and chest. This was deemed a significant anomaly for the Wei dynasty." Other sources repeated the tale. Shen Yue's Book of Song claimed an eagle was born in a swallow's nest. The Book of Jin and the comprehensive Mirror to Aid in Government both noted the same strange bird, describing its crimson features and its presence in the palace as a momentous anomaly. Despite slight variations in the timing, these accounts converge on a single theme. A red-beaked bird, red-clawed bird, believed to be an eagle raised in the delicate nest of a swallow in the imperial Wei-Ying palace. To the people of the time, this was an omen. But to a 21st century behavioral ecologist like Zhan Wei Xia, it was something else entirely. What if this story wasn't symbolic or mythological, but biological? Intrigued by these accounts, Xia and his colleagues at Beijing Normal University launched a detailed investigation. They analyzed ancient texts using two key strategies. First, they compared the accounts across sources to understand how birds were described and named. Then, they mapped those descriptions onto modern ecological and taxonomic knowledge, looking for a match. One thing was immediately clear. Eagles do not nest in swallows' nests. Raptors like eagles, falcons, and owls often commandeer large, sturdy nests, typically those built by crows or other large corvids. Barn swallows, on the other hand, build small, delicate mud nests attached to human structures. Their nests would have collapsed under the weight of an actual eagle chick. So, what did people really see during that time? The researchers believe the quote-unquote eagle in the swallow's nest was a case of brood parasitism, specifically a cuckoo chick being raised by unsuspecting swallows. Cuckoos are infamous for laying their eggs in the nests of other birds. Their chicks hatch early, grow fast, and often outcompete the host's own offspring. They often resemble raptors in their early stages. Their large size, intense coloration, and raptor-like features such as crimson beaks and claws can lead to confusion, even among modern observers. This phenomenon, known as Batesian mimicry, is a deceptive strategy that allows cuckoo chicks to avoid detection. In the region north of the Chinling Mountains, several species of cuckoos are known to breed. Some, like the lesser cuckoo and the Himalayan cuckoo, favor mountainous forests. But based on location, nesting behavior, and physical description, Xia's team concluded that the common cuckoo was the most likely culprit. Its chicks display bright reddish coloration on the beak and chest, just like the quote-unquote eagle in the palace records. If true, this would be one of the oldest recorded instances of brood parasitism by the common cuckoo. Other ancient sources support this possibility. Aristotle's Historia Animalia, Li Shizhen's Compendium of Materia Medica, and even the Tang poet Du Fu's cuckoo song all allude to cuckoo reproductive behaviors. The implications of this discovery are remarkable. These records may push back the documented history of cuckoo parasitism nearly 2,000 years. That's not just a historical curiosity, it provides insight into the coevolutionary arms race between cuckoos and their hosts. This evolutionary duel plays out in the nests of birds across continents. Host species have evolved strategies to fight back, guarding nests more aggressively, learning to spot foreign eggs, and rejecting imposters. In turn, cuckoos have refined their mimicry, laying eggs that look just like those of their hosts, and even mimicking the calls of predators to scare host parents away. The length of this evolutionary relationship matters. New host species often lack strong defenses, while long-term hosts have developed more sophisticated responses. These accounts offer a window into an ancient evolutionary struggle. Solving the mystery took nearly 2 millennia, but this case shows how ancient texts, when read through a scientific lens, can reveal hidden chapters in the natural history of species. What else might be waiting to be discovered, tucked away in the margins of poetry, myth, or royal chronicles? As it turns out, the past doesn't just speak through fossils and DNA, it also speaks through stories. All we have to do is listen.